Hey, YouTube land, I want to play a game! Alright, that's the first one of it.
Get it?
I'm going to get it every time. Alright, this is Saw for Xbox 360. So, truth be told, I just played this for about 15-20 minutes, and then we realized I was not logged into an account, so it didn't autosave, which was great. And then I died like 15 minutes in, so we're starting over again. Okay, this makes much more sense. I don't know why it didn't give me an option to, like...
Yeah, bizarre.
Save. But anyway, so... I'll explain as we go on, then. So, Saw, the video game, takes place between Saw 1 and Saw 2. You play as Detective Tapper. You are the son of Detective Tapper in the first movie, who was played by Donald Glover, who was, like, way too big of a star to be in the original Saw, all things considered. Like, everyone else was, like, completely unknown, and then Donald Glover's, like, pretty well known. He was in, like, Lethal Weapon and a bunch of stuff. But anyway, Donald Glover dies in it, and you're his son, who is also a detective, and who pretty much does not give up on Jigsaw ever. He's, like, obsessed with him, and now he's caught by Jigsaw.
Is he a character that... like, exists in the Saw franchise?
I do not believe so.
Okay.
I believe that this is completely new. I will mention I haven't played Saw 2. I played Saw 1 before.
Oh, Detective Tapp, I want to play a game.
He said the thing!
He has robbed you of your life and the lives of others. You abuse every resource available to you, tearing apart your lives and your quest to find the truth. You have lost your family, your badge, even the life of your partner, Detective Singh. You have lost your hell, whittled away by the bullet wound in your chest. But you have not given up, have you? Now we will see if you can overcome your obsession. No doubt you remember the device attached.
This is called the reverse bear trap. It is probably the most famous thing in Saw. Essentially, if you leave it on your face, it just rips, well, yeah, it does that.
Yeah.
Free yourself from the device and pursue me, or sit there and let it tear you apart.
Can I choose the latter?
The choice is yours.
That'd be so awesome. The game just over 5 seconds.
The end. Alright.
It said B for a second.
I know. But it's weird. You have to wait till it, like, shows up again. I really don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're doing.
This is a so this game is janky. I think that comes as no surprise to anyone. It's janky, but it has soul, if that makes sense. Also, this isn't the original, room from Saw 1, but it's obviously set up very similarly.
It's purposely very similar.
Yeah. So we're going to close these, and we're going to turn around, and notice with all this written right here, we have 4, 3, and 7. It's hard to get it exactly right, but when you walk over here, you got 4, 3, and 7. Speedrun! Alright, so we're going to continue.
Wait, look back. Look at that lighting. That's actually really impressive.
Yeah, that's really good. You know, that really reminds me of Silent Hill Homecoming.
Yeah.
That, like, 100%. I don't know why I've always put Silent Hill... I guess this came out in, like, the same year or whatever. Or near the same year, but I've always put Saw and Silent Hill Homecoming together.
They're just so similar. I mean, this game it isn't made by Konami, but it's published Konami.
Oh, that's right. Maybe that's why I do it as well.
Yeah. We looked up the developer the last sit down we did, and that is lost to time, I guess. But basically, the developer is someone called Zombie Games, and pretty much their entire career since the 80s or 90s, they've just made military shooters. They made some MS-DOS games in '95, but then they made Spec Ops.
So they did all those Spec Ops games for the PS1, the ones that we have 1 million copies of.
Yep.
Huh.
And then they also did Delta Force, and then
which is also the same thing.
It's called Black. It's the same thing. Oh, here it is. Blacklight. They also made Blackwater. I'm sure you've seen it before, but it's a 360 game. I can visualize it in my head. It has a Kinect banner on the top.
And it has just some generic guy with a beard and a gun on the front. Yeah, yeah.
So they pretty much only make military shooters except for randomly Saw 1 and 2.
Just how random. So yeah, I had to stick my arm in a toilet filled with syringes to grab that fuse, which I guess the fuse worked even though it was in water. I don't know.
The lesson is to appreciate toilets.
So yeah, we have the John McClane treatment. We are barefoot, and there's just stuff everywhere. So it injures you. There's sometimes where there's a lot of times you can avoid it, and sometimes when I feel like you can't. You start out with a lighter, and it sucks, obviously, but I haven't gotten to the part yet where I get something better, and I'm hoping that there's
I gotta say, the lighting in this game is actually really good.
Yeah, right?
It's not using any memes like ray tracing or anything.
That's why, like I said, this game has soul to me.
Actually, this period of gaming, like the late 2000s to the early 2010s, there's some games like the original Fear 1, especially on PC, has some of the most impressive lighting like systems in any game ever, to this day. And I don't know why like developers just like stopped caring about it.
Yeah, it's all about just straight up graphics, but like not focusing on like the awesome physics and stuff as much.
They just care about like polygon modeling and textures, and that's like basically it.
So I'm going to take the time to read the case files I see. 1885 Whitehurst memo. Construction has completed on Whitehurst Asylum for the Insane. We've finally done it. I have told all the staff ad nauseum, but I believe it bears repeating. I think we can make a real difference here. We can change lives. I thank each and every one of you for contributions. Daniel Whitehurst, MD. So yeah, I agree with Trev. Like, this game, obviously, compared to anything made nowadays, looks, whatever. But it does have some stuff that's, like, really nice. Just the lighting. The setup is really cool. I mentioned last time, but anyone who's watched the Saw movies knows that this is exactly how they shoot them. Exactly. With these, like, quick cuts and quick differences, it's just awesome. So whoa, that was weird. If you go back and pause it, like, something appeared randomly there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It looked like a character model, like, appeared on the screen for, like, a frame or two. Or however long, so I can actually see it. So, did you watch the Silent Hill Homecoming Let's Play I did? Because we got some jank.
It's Homecoming, which is already a mediocre game and done worse. Hey, at least he's already half dead. For some reason.
Hi. Okay.
He stun locked you.
Let's, just...
This is truly horrible.
Great. Luckily, at least so far that I've played about an hour in, they give you plenty of health.
Hey, you creepy if I brought him here. My game's over.
My god. So yeah, Jigsaw booby traps literally everything. You can't walk into a room without it essentially just having a great chance of dying. So that's fun.
That's awesome.
I mean, it does fit into the game very well. Oh, I'm walking on broken glass. So Jigsaw booby trap them. Whew, okay. I don't normally play on Xbox, so it takes me a moment. So bandages are used instantly, and syringes you can carry around.
Yeah, if I was playing this, because I primarily only play on Sony and Nintendo consoles, for me, A is the right button, not the bottom button. So I'd mess up literally all of these.
Detective Tapp. So as we'll read here, it seems you were sloppy and got shot. I had someone repair your wounds so you will live. But during the operation, I used the opportunity to conceal a key inside your body. key is useless to you, but not for the others here. Survive. I doubt any of them have the surgical experience required to extract the key without killing you. So that's why everyone who sees you instantly just wants to kill you.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. Do I not have the... Oh, I guess it...
Although I truly wonder what the other guys would do with the key that's in your body. If it's useless to you, but useful to them.
Use it to get out. Okay. So this is a pretty cool setup. No, that's not possible.
Yeah, no. Yep.
So yeah, it's pretty brain dead, all things considered, but I like them.
So I even noticed for that one, so the game works that it always has like about the same puzzles, but they're always randomized a bit.
They are, yes.
So I bet a speedrun for this game is actually very annoying.
Not all my subjects protest their games, such as you, Detective. Some seek purpose and to be tested. Some even create their own tests.
Oh wait, gotta check this out.
What even is that thing? Iron Lung?
Yeah. Well, you know what they say. We are grateful for our eyes.
The literal only good Radiohead song.
No, you can't say that!
No! You have to love OK Computer.
Okay, I will say, this case file just says break the walls. I will say, No Surprises is a heck of a song.
That's a good song. It was a hyperbole. Although I will say that I think OK Computer is a way better album than Kid A. Kid A is the most boring piece of crap in the world.
I really like the first song on Hail to the Thief, 2 + 2 = 5. That one's also a very good one. And my favorite album is Pablo Honey. Clearly.
Of course. Everyone agrees with you there.
Thank you!
There are 4 bodies
Alright, so it was this one last time, it was this the time before. So let's try it. Oh wow.
Yeah, and it hurts you because I guess Jigsaw just he put barbed wire inside their dead bodies.
That's nice. So this is Amanda from Saw 1 and 2. She's one of the main characters in Saw 2, and she's a recurring character for most of the franchise. I don't know.
So she doesn't just instantly die.
I gotta be honest, I don't remember if she, like, dies at some point. There's literally 10 of these movies. I have seen them all, but I only remember the bits and pieces. By the way, Saw 10 is coming out in October. So, yeah.
Hey, at least they're releasing in October.
Oh, they always do, yeah. People really hated Jigsaw. The movie just... Or no. What was it called? Spiral. It was a Jigsaw-type movie, but it starred Chris Rock. I really enjoyed it. Here's where I died last time.
How is it different?
They just didn't like because Chris Rock's in it and he's like a comedy guy.
But it's in the same like universe.
It's in the same format. It's just not Jigsaw specifically.
Okay. So this is where Spencer died, and we had to restart the. We had to restart the entire thing.
That's really janky.
All right, so we're at the point where I don't know what's happening.
Can you rescue her? I'm gone. CSB run strats. Yeah, I guess last time it just didn't give me any checkpoints and I didn't realize, so that's cool. Oh yeah, okay. It's pretty cool. So I need to find a conduit or coupling. Like I know what, like I could use that in real life. Get out of here. Oh yeah, this is cool. Pretty brain dead, but...
Oh, you just match it up. That's pretty easy.
Yeah. Wait, what?
What is happening?
I guess I messed up. They go faster the more you get right. But there's really, like, nothing to stop you. It's not like it explodes or anything. So we have to go on quite the adventure to find that coupling.
Pretty nice that Jigsaw just gave you health items.
That's, so, the one thing, I don't like torture movies. It's torture, you know what is what it's called. I don't like the Saw movies for that stuff. In fact, I look away a lot of time for the gruesome parts. I like it for like almost the detective kind of stuff. I find that to be very, very enjoyable. Blacked Out, consultation. Upon initial assessment, Blacked Out presents as a well-spoken man with a firm grasp on reality. Patient 34 years old, married for 2 years, wife 4 months pregnant. Denies necessity of psychological treatment, but has kept appointment at the request of his wife, who insisted on visitation due to a concern over growing isolationist tendencies. Patient displays high degree of verbal acuity and is very observant. Initial tests suggest a very high IQ with an extraordinary ability to recall facts. Expresses pride as his intelligent knowledge. Exhibits need to point out the weakness in others. Insists the behavioral changes are that of his wife, who no longer understands him. Patient is polite and cordial, but non-compliant. Seems to take pleasure in obfuscating answers and attempting to trick questioner. Patient's demeanor is calm and controlled, shows disconnect with the emotions of other individuals, and general lack of empathy towards humanity. Verbally expresses true affection for his wife and expectant child, but does not outwardly display so when discussing them. After consultation, does not feel a need for future visitations. Have scheduled a follow-up appointment with the option to cancel with 24-hour notice, just in case he changes his mind. Patient displays tendencies towards depression, narcissistic personality.
That guy's literally me.
So yeah, what I was saying was, I don't like him because of that ridiculous stuff.
Yeah.
I really enjoy, like, kind of figuring out, like, the what a twist kind of thing, you know? And
also,
some of the later ones get pretty crazy with your, like, who is it? Could we have figured it out before? You know,
yeah, before the copycat killers and stuff like that, Jigsaw's, like, entire, like, thing is that, I mean, he's a bad person, but he tries to, like, teach people things, too. So he's not just, like, the Joker with torture devices.
So that actually kind of reminds me. So, spoilers. Jigsaw canonically dies in Saw 3. The whole reason he starts doing his killing thing is he gets cancer, and everyone who's, like, essentially, like bad to him, like, he, one of the people in the original room is one of the doctors that worked on him and was, like, completely unhelpful toward him and, like, not caring and stuff like that, you know. One of the guys that he traps in one of the Saw movies, and I feel so bad for this, darkness also illuminates.
Darkness imprisoning me.
Right, and then I just have to run.
I thought it exploded for a second.
Bye. See ya. One of the people that he does. So essentially, there's this orderly at the hospital who. That's right. I don't climb up here. I go around. Who took John's the name of Jigsaw's X-rays and accidentally put the wrong person's name on it. So if they would have realized right away that, like, he had cancer from the X-rays or the MRI or whatever, he might have survived. But because of the carelessness of the guy, he did not obviously realize right away. He, like, realized way down the line. I was trying to go here. So stuff like that. That's, like, kind of the stuff I really... Hello? Thanks. I really enjoy about the Saw franchise. I don't really enjoy the torture stuff, but kind of learning all that stuff is really interesting. The thing that I end up hating a lot about the later ones, and they do this on purpose, it is, that Jigsaw always give them a way out and always had a reason for doing it, but some of the copycats, and, like, they purposely go into this in some of the later movies, give people, like, no chance.
Yeah. Even if they escape it, they just die anyway, which... It makes sense thematically because...
Hello?
The copycats are just the misdirects. They do it on purpose, but it still sucks. Yeah, you got that achievement, bro.
Oh, baby. But yeah, and that's... And they kind of, like, go into that. But it really frustrates me when you realize that some of the people, like, after Saw 3 have, like, no chance of getting out. And that's very frustrating. I mean, obviously... here's a for instance. Alright, here we go. Let's see. This reminds me of the things from Resident Evil 4 Remake, actually.
Oh, yeah.
So here's a for instance. The detective in Saw 2, okay? They find Jigsaw. They find where he is. And essentially, like, he's a frail old man who's dying by that point. And Jigsaw tells him over and over again, just wait. Just wait. Just wait here. He says, just wait here. Over and over again. And of course the detective, like, starts, like, beating him up and stuff. Jigsaw did kidnap his son, the detective's son, but he's like, essentially Jigsaw says over and over again, if you stay here, your son will be okay. Just stay in this room and you'll be okay. And of course he doesn't, right? And then you realize down the line that Jigsaw, that they were watching this this house on CCTV, and his son was there, and he was like, tell me where my son is, you piece of crap, blah, 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 right? They realized that it was on tape delay, and his son was perfectly fine the whole time, and he was in a safe right at Jigsaw's feet wearing an oxygen mask. So if he just would have stayed in the room for an hour, he would have found his son. But he didn't. He went to that house and then he died. So like yes, he's like a monster, but he like literally tells you what to do. And all you have to do is listen to him, you know? Sorry for giving away Saw 2 to everyone. A movie that came out 17 years ago. Where are you?
Imagine if they kept up the, because they release like one every year.
Oh my god.
If they did that for the entire 17 years.
They did up to Saw 7, which was called the final chapter,
Yeah.
I think. Saw 3D, the final chapter. But I like that kind of stuff. Saw 1 through 3 are very memorable. Saw 4 through 6 are good, but I could not pick them out of a lineup, if that makes sense. Like, they all kind of blend in. And by a certain point, there's like a war of a whole bunch of different Jigsaw copycats. Did I do that wrong? I don't understand. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
So, like, there's, like, 2 or 3 different copycats working at the same time, and they all have, like, different ideas and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so obviously not here. We're gonna get to the point where we get to Amanda, and I think, essentially this game's set into, like, however many different chapters, and at the end of each chapter, you save or have the chance to save a major person. Which I like. I came from here, right? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So I probably just go and... No.
Nope.
No, okay, got it.
The desk in front of you holds the badge of the partner you failed to
Detective
protect.
Singh!
Fitting, since it also holds the key to free the witness you chose not to protect. Do you remember her name, Detective? Or did you squeeze her for information and throw her away?
And just like everyone else, Detective Tapp is, like, not an angel. To get to Jigsaw, he has, like, essentially stepped over everyone possible, abused his power, not saved other people that should have been saved and all that, so... I do like how you get to play as someone who's not, like, you know...
Yeah.
Someone who's morally gray. Oh, yeah. I think I remember what to do here.
Combination lock.
There we go in here. Install the fuse. Oh yeah, that was easy. 579. Got it. I think that was the same. This is so weird. The number-based ones, I feel like are always the same, but the other stuff is completely random.
Where'd you get that fuse? Was it in another room?
I must have had it at some point, yeah. Those pighead people are what Jigsaw's companions or whatever dress up as.
A machine for pigs.
And, yeah, oh my god. I haven't read enough audio logs for that, or enough logs for that. The reason they did that, it was just a really easy way to get you back here. that was legitimately the only reason. So you don't have to go the whole way back.